start up. Okay, fine. So let me just explain you till now whatever we discussed. We discussed only a simple thing till now. What we have seen is we have seen very basics of Python. I mean, what are identifiers, what are literals. So, and we have seen different types of identifiers. The rules are defining the variable and class and function, and also the literals. What are the different string literals, numeric literals, special literal, okay, and boolean literals we have seen, and how to define a variable, okay, some basic installation of Python, how to launch IDE, how to use this we have seen. So now going forward, we are going to see today at least two data types. So as I said you yesterday, that there are different types of data types in Python. In Python, there are a lot of data types, but out of which very important data types are number data types, string data type, list data type, tuple data type, set data type, and dictionary data type. So these six important data types everyone should know, because these are all we are going to use throughout our career if you are into Python. Okay, so after that, what we are going to see here in this data types, we are going to see today numbers and string. Okay, and then by tomorrow, day after tomorrow, I'll complete the other data types. So what is this number data type? You already know it can be an integer, it can be a float. I already shared the notes. Okay, are you getting videos? Everyone is getting videos, everyday videos. Okay, if anyone is not getting, please go and reach them. Okay, reach to them. Okay, this is only second class. If you don't get any videos prior 1-2 days, first day, second day videos, no worry. But videos of one yesterday, I mean day before yesterday, and I mean to say the last two classes, we had it on Friday and Saturday, I guess. So that no video should be no. If you are not getting it, please reach to them. Okay, so please reach to them. Fine. So now let me just explain you this number data type. So what is, see, we have seen what is numeric literal. Numeric literal means it can be an integer, it can be a string, I mean sorry, it can be a float, or it can be a complex. Similarly, number data type. Number data, for what is a data type basically? Data type is nothing but the type of data that you're storing. Okay, in Python, so when there is, because everything in the world is data, so whatever the operation you want to do with anything, that is all about data, right? You cannot do anything when there is no data. So the main thing is like we need to have a data, so we can do any operation or we can do anything only when there is some data or there is some information. So how do you store in Python? There is a different storage procedures or different types of ways you can store the different kinds of data. So that is what we are going to see. What kind of data we are going to store. So the type of data we are going to store is called data types. Okay, when I say number data type means it can be integer data type, or it can be a float data type, or it can be a complex data type. All these things, three things will be consisted to one data type commonly called as number data type. Number data type means it can be integer, float. We already know how to define an integer data type, because there is nothing much to say for anyone who is there in number data type, because you know how to create an integer variable. And we have already discussed integer variable in Python. There is no size for an integer variable. And float variable, you can give any size, but it will take only to 15 decimals. Complex variable is a variable which you can create, which is in the format of a plus bj, capital J or small j. A and B are called two real numbers. Okay, they can be a complex number, they can be integers, they can be float values. Okay, so this is generally we discuss. So there is nothing much to say in number data type. The reason, because we already know number data type means it can be either integer, complex, or float. But in data types, one important thing you need to understand here is type conversions. How do I convert one data type to other data type? So I will try to tell you what does it mean. So I'll give you a simple example. Okay, so I have an integer data type. So this is an integer. Anything that is having a value which is from minus infinity 0 to infinity is called as an integer. So there is no limitation of integer, so you can give any length of integer. So this is an integer which is of biggest size, some size. Okay, so I am going to take a float variable, b equal to float variable. So I want to convert this as a float. Can I convert an integer into a float? Yes, I can convert an integer into a float by using this way. I can say some variable equal to float of, okay, a. What does it means? I am going to convert a into float variable, and I'm storing that float variable in b. That's the meaning of it. Okay, you're getting right. So float of a means a is an integer. So you're saying float of this integer, you're going to change this integer into a float variable, and that variable is going to store in some other variable called b. So if I print b, you can see, right, there is something called point zero. What does it means? You're going to convert a integer into a float. So what is the type of b now? What is the data type of b? The data type of b is going to be float. Okay, the type of is going to be float. What is the data type of a? What is the type of a? Type of a is going to be integer. So this is the way what you did. You have converted a integer into a float variable. Are you clear, everyone? Everyone understood, right? So this is a simple way which we can able to convert a integer into a float, and the vice versa we can do. Suppose I have a float variable, b is a float variable. Now I can also say c, some variable equal to int of a float variable, int of b. So if I print c, I will get again my integer. So now what happens? Now what is happening? What is the type of c? C becomes an integer again. So you should understand what is happening here. I converted an integer into a float variable, and reverse I converted from a float to an integer. So here b is a float. I'm converting b to a integer using int. I'm converting an integer into float using float. So these things you need to understand, like how to convert it. Okay, are you clear? So if you want to know what data type it is, you need to say type of that variable. So that data type you will get it. Okay. So these things you should know very clearly about how you are trying to work. Are you clear, everyone? Everyone should say so, because I want everyone to answer in the group. Okay, yes, you just need to say yes if you understood, no if you don't understand. Yeah, okay, fine. So now I have a complex variable also, because there are three number variables, right? One is complex is also existing. So in Python you can also show a plus 2b means any integer or anything which is in the format of a plus bj. Okay, b means anything. 2, it can be 2, it can be integer. Okay, or it can be a complex, or it can be a float. You can say 2.3 also, you can say 3 also, 300 also, whatever you want to give. So it should be in the format of a plus bj. A can be any real number, anything you should give here. Okay, you can give. Or b can be any real number. A can be anything that is in the range in between. Can be an integer, can be a float, or can be a complex also. You can also give a complex within complex. Okay, it should be in the format of j, capital J or small j, whatever it is considered. Let me take small j. So now I have a, what is the type of c here? My c is a complex type. See, this one is not used here. I have used c, but you already know, right? The latest assignment of their variable is that one variable. So now the latest assignment of c is this one. So my c becomes a complex because it is in the format of a plus bj, which my computer will understand what is the type of it. As a, you don't need to give anything like complex, it will only understand, it will has a capability to understand what kind of data type it is. Okay, now coming to the process. So can we convert a complex to integer? So I am going to say some variable d equal to int of c. Can I say int of c? Can I do a complex into an integer? Can you please tell me? See, integer has only real part, right? So you are only doing conversions. Okay, you are only doing conversions. You are not changing the data. You are not removing the data. Understood, right? You are not removing the data. Okay. So what happens here is, someone please go on mute. Yeah. So here what happens? I have 2 plus 3 and 300 j. This is in the format of a plus bj, which cannot be converted. There is no scope of it to be converted to an integer, because I cannot define this whole thing in one. I have a plus symbol in the between. Okay, either I have to convert the right side one or left side one. So some of the data should be lost. If I cannot do such thing, because here I'm only trying to do a conversion, I'm not removing the data, so that is not called as a conversion. So conversion is what you are only converting the existing data into one other type, different type. Okay, so in this case I will get an error saying that cannot convert complex to integer, because if I want to convert 2.3 I can do, or otherwise if I want to convert this one I can do. I cannot convert anything in this format to an integer straight integer, because there is nothing to I have to remove it, right? I have to remove some data. How can I remove some data and make it complete integer? No. So either I can take 2.3, or I can take this 3,000 or 3 lakhs, 30 lakhs, or whatever it is. Okay, 3 crores. So which is not possible. So that's why you cannot do. So please remember that any integer cannot be converted. Okay, sorry, any complex cannot be converted to an integer. But let's see the vice versa. So I will take one more variable called 100, okay, which is an integer. Okay, now I am trying to convert, I will say f equal to some variable equal to complex of e. So here I'm going to convert this in the format of a plus bj. Yes sir, can I do it? Can I do it? Yes, I can do it. How I can do it? I can write 100 as in the format of complex 100 plus 0j. Okay, because I don't have any imaginary value, I can say 0j. It is not affecting my data. My 100 is there, my 100 is not lost. In this case, some other data, whatever that, suppose your place should be lost, so it is not possible to straight away convert this one into an integer. But whereas I can convert it in the format of a plus bj, because 100 plus 0j I can do. Understood, right? If I print f becomes 100 plus 0j. What is the type of f? Type of x is f is a complex, and what is the type of e? Type of e is a integer. So what you understood here, you can convert that way. Okay, you have to convert the things without changing one thing. You have to please remember, you can convert the things without changing the data, without removing the data. Okay, we are only doing the conversions, we are not doing any data manipulations. Okay, so that is a thing that you need to remember and you need to work on. So did everyone understood what I said? So this is what generally you can able to do a conversion of one type to other type. Okay, so that's what we can hardly see in the integer data types, I mean number data. So someone say number data type, it can be integer, it can be a complex, or it can be a float in Python. Okay, in Python only 3 number data types are allowed. So all these are integers, float, or complex. Understood, right? So now coming to the second data type, which is a string data. I said you, right, there are totally 6 data types. Number data types are integer, float, and complex. All this. So you either someone say integer data type, that comes under number, float that comes under number, complex that comes under number. All these are combinedly called as numbers. So now we have something called string data type. So you need to understand more about string data type. So string data type in Python, you need to remember 2 things. It's very, very important. You need to understand what is a data type, what kind of data it can store, and what are the methods of the data type. See, I want to, what is generally a data type? As I was saying, in Python, everything is actually data, right? See, you cannot do any operation when there is no data. I cannot do plus when there is no 2 numbers. If I get, I cannot operate, or I cannot do anything called addition, subtraction. I cannot do any operation on anything when there is no data. So the whole thing is here, whenever there is data, you can do some operations. Okay, so what kind of data is available in Python? That's called data. So what is the type of data that is available in Python? How to utilize them is our main motto. Our main motto is what ways. See, in different languages we have different data types. It's not like every language you have the same data type. You may have same, or you may have, see, we have something called array data type in Python. Okay, so in Java, sorry, in Python we have a different name for it. It is equally same, but it is a different thing. We say list data type, which is equivalent to your array data type. So it is not the same data type that you see in other languages, but whereas you need to understand data types are something that holds some data, that holds some value, that holds some the value of the data, so that holds some information. Okay, so or you need to understand in a simple way, the data type is like type of data that you're trying to store. What is the type of data you're storing? So when I say numbers, you're going to store an integer or a float or a complex. So when I say string means anything in the single quotation, double or triple quotations, you're storing some data. So that kind of data is called as a string data. So you know that there is something that can be used using string. So there is something called string data type. So what is the use of that string data type? What is the string data type help you to do? See, so I have some string, I have some text data. So generally string data type is something that will handle the text data. So I have a requirement. I need to convert all my, okay, I want to convert all my text into a uppercase text. Will it be possible to me, or is there any method that will help me to convert that into uppercase? Okay, I want to convert to lowercase. Is there anything of such? So I need to know about certain things. So that's why you need to remember in Python especially, what are the different data types, what are the different ways you can able to store the data. Okay, and second thing, what are the different methods of the data types are very important. Okay, so in Python you need to remember what are the different types, data types, and every data type you need to understand the methods of the data type. What are the different methods that are there in the data type? What are the use of that methods? How can I utilize that methods to achieve my goals? Whenever there is a program asked, they'll ask you to reverse the string. So you need to have some logics. You need to know how to how to use some inbuilt methods if there are any. Okay, how to, if they ask you to convert into integer, I mean convert into capital letters or convert into the uppercase or lowercase, or check whether that element is existing. So there are a lot of things that you need to do as part of programming. So when they are asking in the programming, you need to know what are the different methods that are available in string, okay, or any kind of data type. How do I try to achieve my program, or how do I achieve or solve my algorithm using the existing methods? So two things you need to understand: what is a data type, and what are the each data type, what are the different methods. Okay, this thing should be known by everyone. So you should follow about each and every. So we have completed number data type, because there is nothing much to say on number data type, as you already know about integers, float, and complex numbers. Now coming to the string data type, which is a very important data type out of 6 data types. So string data type means, you need to understand, string means what? Anything that holds a sequence of characters. A string is like a sequence of characters. All right, okay. It can be in Python, there is nothing like char data type. Everything, even if you have a single character, that will be coming as a string data type. Okay, in Python, everything is called as a string data type. Even if it is a single element, that will be considered as a string data type. Okay, please remember that. That is very important. Now, what happens here is, in string data type, okay, you are able to see my screen. How to increase the size? Okay, so what is the string data type generally? Yeah, able to see my screen, right, everyone? Yeah, so you're able to see, right? So what I'm trying to say, so what is generally a string? String is like a sequence of characters, or it can be a single character, whatever it is. Generally, string is nothing but sequence of characters. Characters means alphabets, A, B, C, D. Characters can be anything. It can be a digit alphabets, digit characters, or it can be a alphabetical characters. You can have ABCD, or you can have 1, 2, 3. Anything that is enclosed within single quotation or double quotation or triple quotation. Okay, any variable that is storing in the format of single quotation, double quotation, or triple quotation, they are called as a string variables. Okay, did you understood, everyone? So this is called string. So what I mean to say here is, if I just try to, okay, if I want to store any variable, I say a equal to any variable Python, Python. Okay, so here you can see, right, the value that is stored in double quotations. Okay, and these are the sequence of characters, because it is not a single character, it is group of characters, Pyth, all these are sequence of characters which is enclosed, okay, when double quotations and been assigned to a variable. So this kind of format is called as a variable. Okay. So if I want to know what is, I mean, a string data type, what is the type of A? My type of A is str. Str means string. Okay. So you don't get string, but you will get str. Str itself means string data type. Okay. You can either use a single quotations as well. So see, I have used double quotations. I am using single quotations. Still, you can able to say what is the type of A. Okay. Type of A is string. So if you are getting again confused, I'll take C. I'll take some variable called C or B here. Okay. So if I want to know what is the type of B, my type of B is again a string data. Can you see? So I will take triple quotations also for your understanding. Again, I will take C equal to triple quotations. Okay, if I say what is the type of C, this is also string data type. Okay, so you need to just understand whether it can be a single quotation or a double quotation, single quotation or a double quotation or triple quotations. Anything is being considered as a string data type in Python, and you need to understand this. This is the way you assign a variable. So here the challenge comes is, then what is the use of the string data type? So what is the use of data type? What I can do with the string data type? Okay, people ask the question like, okay, I have got the string data type. So what is the use of this data type? What I can do with it? You can do some of the, there are some methods of every data type. Okay, there are some methods. This data type inbuilt is being provided to you, and you can use that inbuilt methods which are a part of this data type, and you can achieve some of the solutions. You can achieve the solutions. Okay, we will understand what are the different methods that are being provided by this data type, and what are the solutions that you can able to achieve out of it. Okay, so before that, how do you actually get this data type? So see that this is a string data type. So can I able to access this data type, or can I able to access the data? The data is python. How do I access the data in order to manipulate the data? So what I need to do, I need to do some data manipulations, because string data type, what I'm going to do, I'm going to do some manipulations on a data type, on a data which is a string format. Okay, so how do I try to access this data? So there is something called slicing concept in Python, which will help you to access the string, whatever the string value you provided. So you can able to access is using the slicing concept. So what is the slicing concept? I will, suppose you are going to give anything like this, a equal to Python. Okay, I can give any value to a variable within single or double or triple, that is called as a string. So how do you access it? How do you access the data? You can able to access the data by using the index. Okay, so if I say a of 0, a is nothing but the string, right? So if I say a of 0, a of 0 means what? It is nothing but the first character of my string. P is called as a of 0. P, how do you retrieve a? If I want to retrieve the p from this whole string, how do I do that? I can say a of 0. 0 means the index. Okay, so the index of this will be starting with 0. So p will become 0. If I say a of 1, y will come. If I say a of 2, t will come. A of 3, h will come. A of 4, 0, o will come. A of 5, n will come. So if I say a of 0, that means what? It is going to retrieve me p, because I have string data type. Okay, I have a data which is in text format or string format. How do I access them? How do I retrieve the data? How do I utilize the data? So there is some procedure to utilize them. So this is nothing but slicing. How do you access the data? You can access using the index of it. You can able to access using an index. A of 0. If I print here, I already said, right, what is a is called Python. If I say a of 0, it is nothing but p. If I say a of 1, it is nothing but y. Okay, if I say a of 2, it is nothing but t. If I say a of 3, it is nothing but h. A of 4, you're getting, right? O. A of 5. Okay, if I say a of 6, I don't have anything, right? I'll get a index, string index out of range. What I got a exception. What that exception? Index error. The reason, because it is out of the range. There is nothing like a of 6, right? P is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So after that, there is nothing. Okay, that's why you will get a exception saying that string index out of range. Okay, so I think you are clear. So if I want to access, so there are multiple ways of accessing that. So let us do a simple way. I will try to open this IDE again. for clear understanding. Okay, now let me take a equal to Python. Okay, don't worry about single, double, or triple. Anything is considered as a string only. So Python will not think much on this, type of quotation that you have provided to it. So if I say a of 0, 0 to 6, 0 to 5, what is the meaning of it? If I say like this, you need to please remember it. You need to please remember it. It starts from 0 and it will end at 4, not 5. Okay, please don't think, please remember it. It will be -1 to the maximum index. What does it means? What I'm going to say is you start at 0, you end at 5. So when I say end at 5, it will not end at 5, it will end at 4 instead. Why it is ending at 4? Every time the largest value will be a, okay, empty space in Python. Okay, generally when you're accessing it, it will be considered as an empty space. So in such cases, so that's why you will not get the latest one. So what is the meaning of it is it will go start from 0, it will start from P, and then Y, because Y becomes 1, then T is 2, okay, H is 3, and O is 4. It will not come to 5, it will not print 5, it will start from 0, it will start from the starting index only, but -1 to the ending index. That's what you need to remember when I'm trying to give. In a single retrieval like this, you can directly get it. But when you're using a range in order to retrieve the values, this is the only way we can able to do. Okay. So what is the output I should get? P by TH. Did you understood, everyone? Everyone understood? Everyone understood? Just to say yes in the chart, okay? Everyone understood. Okay. So now, similar to that, there are multiple ways of retrieving the data, okay? There are multiple ways of retrieving the data. If I say A of 2 to 6, can you tell me what is the output supposed to be? Can you message in the chat? We'll give you 1 minute time. Okay. Everyone. 2 to 6. It will start from 2, but it will end at 5. Please remember, okay? Everyone getting right? It will start at 2. See, it is starting at 0. It is ending at 4. Like that, it will start at 2. It will end at 5. So when what is 2? 0p, y is 1, t is 2. So it will start from 2 and 3, 4, 5. THON is the output. You're getting right, everyone? Everyone understood? So, okay, Shubham, it is HO, not HON. It is THON. Okay, clear, right, everyone? So other people are clear. Everyone is clear, right? I don't want too much focus on it, as you know. Then a of 3 to 3 to, if I say 3, a of 3 to, if I don't give anything, what happens here? If I don't give anything, it will take till the last. If I don't provide anything and I just use a space, what it takes is it will take till the last. That means it will start from 3 and it will end at last. That means the NON till whatever it is there. If I say A and don't give anything in the starting and ending, if I don't give anything, it will take from the starting, and if I don't give anything at the ending, it will end at the last. Okay, like whole Python is being covered. Similarly, if I say don't give anything in the starting, I say 5, it will start from the starting and it will end at 4. Did you understood, everyone, till here? Everyone understood? So what is the use of space? You understood, right? When I give space, it will understand that I have to complete it, I have to check, I have to do everything. Whatever is there, that has to be taken. Okay, so yes, now there is something called skipping operation. Skipping means what? Skipping means skip. You, what is a skip? Generally you want to skip, right? You want to skip an element, or you want to you don't want to consider that element. Okay, that is called skip. So there is a concept of skipping. Okay, skip in Python. Step, yeah, you can say step there are, like, there are some technical words what you what do you say, what people says in different ways. Okay, so what I say, stepping or skipping, whatever it is, I mean, generally we say skip element or step element, that's also fine. So if I say one, what is the meaning of it? It start from starting, it end at the last. If I say one, I have added three, right? Instead of two, I've added one more line, one more statement. Okay, so what is the meaning of it? Means it will start at zero, it will end at the last, but it will skip zero elements. If I say one, it will say skip zero elements. If I say two, it will skip one element. So that means it will print p, it will skip y, it will print t, it will skip h, it will print o, and it will skip n. That's all. There is nothing to print, right? It will stop there. Understood, right? If I say one, if I say one, it will not do anything. One means zero elements are skipped, two means one element is skipped, three means two elements are skipped, four means three elements are skipped. Okay, so now in this case nothing will be skipped because one means zero elements. The same way, if I capture it, okay, and then I use two. Now this time I use two. So as you know that two means it will skip one element, right? So it will print P, skip Y, T it will print again, H it will skip, and O it will print, and then it will skip N. So you got it right. P, T, O is that we got. Everyone understood this? Okay, everyone understood this? So now, yeah, there is one more advantage in Python, in string in Python. What is that advantage is, you can read the string by 0th index from the left hand side. So left hand side, right? You're using left hand side, left to right you can read. Okay, which we have seen till now. And the other way around, you can also read the data from the back. Okay, from the back means from right to left. Okay, we have read from left to right. Now we can also read the data in Python from left to back. How do you use from right to left? So from this way, it will be stored as 0 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, okay, like that it will come. So from the back it will start from -1. Okay, don't consider it 0, please remember it. From the back it will start from 0 -1. So n will be considered as a of -1. If I say a of 1 -1, a of -1, it is nothing but n. Either a of 5 you can say, or you can say a of -1. This both are same. If you are reading from left to right, it will be a of 5. If you are reading from right to left, it will be negative index. It will be starting from -1. It will not start from 0. Please remember it. It will start from -1. Okay, it will start from -1. So here n is becoming a of -1. A of -1 nothing but it is the last index, and it is called as the negative index in usage, and n is nothing but a of -1. So if I want to know a of -2, it is nothing but o. O is also the a of -4, right? You can also read one way 4 and other way -2. So you can use in whatever the way you can use. You can also say a of -3. Okay, -3. Okay, you can also say a of -4. Are you getting right, everyone? You can also say a of -5. Okay, a of -5. You can also say a of -6. So either you can say a of 0 or a of -6. Everything is nothing but the same. So you can read in two ways. You can read in two ways about the indexing in Python. Okay, so here, as similar as you are doing the range operation, you can also do for the negative index, but in a different way. Okay, but in a different way you have to do. Can I know what is the output of this? What is the output of this? Can anyone say? What is the output of this? Everyone. Hmm? Any other people? Only 2 people have messaged. What about others? What about others? You can give anything, guys. See, there is no one to judge here. No one is going to do anything. It's all about learning the knowledge. Okay. So please don't hesitate to do anything, because we want to get job, right? We should not hesitate. Okay. Do anything. We should be very straightforward. Yeah. The problem here is we will not get any output. Okay. The problem here is we will not get any output. Okay. Why we will not get it? We will got empty state. This is empty, right? There is nothing. We did not get any output. Generally, as you know, that you should get something like minus. We should get NOHTYP. That is what we are supposed to get. I mean, except P, we should get other things. But what happens? We did not get it. Why? Because even though you are doing a reverse reading, you cannot change the reading of left to right. You are only indexing from back. You cannot read it from back. Understood, right? Indexing can be done from back, but reading can be only possible from LHS, from right hand side. Okay, only from left hand side. You can only read it from the left hand side, but you cannot read it from the right hand side. You can only access from the right hand side. So here I should say A of -6 to -1 is right. Okay, 6, because you can only read this way. You cannot read from the back. You can able to read, but there is a different story for that. But in this way, in this sequence, you cannot read it from the back. So if I say -6 to -1, that is right. You got PYTHO, right? It should be PYTHO as expected. PYTHO is expected. Got it right, everyone? Understood, right? You can only index it, but you cannot give a range indexing from the back. Okay. Clear, right? These are all small things that you need to just remember it. So now if you want to read from the back, you need to say -1. Okay, you should say like this, -1. -1 means what? Reading from the front without skipping any element. 1 means 0 elements. So here -1 means reading from the back, reading from the back without skipping any elements. Okay, you will get now the reverse. How to? So in Python, someone asks you how to reverse a string. A single line. This is a single line where you can able to reverse it. There is some methods also, but if they ask you straightforward, is there any command or is there any slicing operation which you can do reading a string from the back? You can right away provide this one. So what is -1? -1 is nothing but you're reading the data from the back without skipping any element. If I say -2, +2 means reading the element from the front without skipping one element, right? If I say 2, skipping one element but from the front. If I say like this -2, it is reading from the back, skipping one element from the back. So it prints N, it skips. Okay, you already know O it will skip, H it will print, T it will skip, and Y it will print. Okay, and then it will skip P. So that is what you remember. You got it right, everyone? So there are multiple variations that you need to remember. You can please go through this video once after the video is been provided to you. Please get the video on everyday basis. If you're not getting, please reach out to them, and if they are not responding, let me know. Okay, we will discuss. But make sure that you're getting all the things on time from them. So all the slicing operations is already been provided. I have sent you a notes kind of thing to you where you can also find the examples in that notes. Okay, so in the group. Okay, if you are not getting it, you can please ask from the other people. So now this is a simple way to access the data from a string data type. Okay, now inbuilt methods which string data type is providing you. So we can utilize that data types, and we can able to perform some operations using the data types. I mean using the methods which can help us in solving some of the real-time problems and solving some of the some of the data related issues which are related to string data type. Okay, so because we know how to retrieve the data, so we know how to store the data in string, and we know how to read the data. Now we know how to operate the data, how to do an operation with the data. See, we know how to just read a small data from that. Then how do I do what kind of operations I can do with the data? Whether I can just keep it like that or I can do some operation with the data. See, in companies when you go, they give you a very huge text data and they ask you to do some modification of it. So you need to know what are the different operations that you can do with the data, especially the string data, and you can perform those directly. You can directly use those methods in that. So I will try to show you there are some methods. Okay, there are some methods which are inbuilt methods. You can just go through this video, I mean this notes. I think I have shared this notes. There is something called python notes.txt which I sent you in WhatsApp. Okay, you can please go and check it. If you did not get it, other people would have got it. Please ask them to share it. Okay, so there are some inbuilt methods of string. There are some string methods. Okay, we will try to see some of the inbuilt methods now. So one is lower. What is lower? There is a method called lower. What is lower? Lower means, suppose think that I have a string. Okay, I have a string. So the problem is you cannot clear it. You can clear using some command. Yeah, is there anyone who is not there in the group, WhatsApp group, and who paid the fees? Anyone else? Is there anyone else? Anyone else at 1%? Aniket is there. Is there anyone else? Did anyone is yet to pay the fees? Please complete it, man. I'm getting some pressure from the management. Please do it, okay? Because what happens is we will get. So we have to start our batch. We should not, you know, they can't. They will not, you know, ask people without paying amount. So please complete your payment, and then I cannot share the notes to people who did not pay the fees. That is the thing, okay? Please complete your payments. Yeah. So what I am trying to say you is there are some methods. So I have taken Python, right? Python. Okay, where P is capital letter. So there is a method called lower. So how do you use that lower? A dot lower. You need to use A dot. A means any string that you have taken. The string dot lower. So what is the use of this lower method is this lower method is going to make all the characters of your string, okay, into lowercase. Got it, right? So it will make P to lowercase, Y to lowercase. If it is already in the lowercase, it will not, however it is in the lowercase, it cannot change you into lowercase. Or even though it performs lowercase, you will not get any differentiation of data. Okay, lower, what is the use of lower? Lower is going to convert your string into lowercase. Okay, if there is any upper cases, it will convert into lowercase. If there are already lower cases, there won't be any impact in the output. Okay, still it will convert, but there is no impact on the output. Okay, can you see that P is capital? Now it has become lowercase. Okay, are you understanding? So you can able to do this. You can able to do this. You can also store in some variable. So you can store in some variable and you can say a dot lower. Okay, so that lower C becomes now the Python. Okay, C becomes a C. See, when generally a dot lower is a method you are using on this. So you are not changing A. Instead, you are performing an activity on A. Okay, my A is still Python, which is capital P. So if you want to convert it completely, you need to save in some variable. Are you clear, right? See, A is still Python, but I'm going to do an activity on that lower. Okay, I'm only using a method. I'm not changing A. Okay, if you want to store in some variable like anything C, B, C, whatever you want to take, you can convert and you can do. Similarly, there is something called upper. Okay, I will say d equal to some variable d equal to upper. Upper means it is going to convert all the characters of your string into the uppercase. If I print d, can you see python, which is a capital letter? So I think you are able to understand what is the use of upper and lower. Okay. So upper and lower are the two inbuilt methods. So where you can ask me where these methods come. These methods are inbuilt methods which are part of your string data type. So if someone asks you convert I'll provide you a string. Can you convert into upper cases? Yes, you can directly use this method and convert to uppercase. And the same way you can able to convert to lowercase by directly using this methods. Okay. So there is one more method called ease upper. Okay. Ease upper. What do you mean by ease upper? Anything that is starting with ease. Okay.
Hello. Hello. Hello, anyone is there in the call?
Yes, we are.
Yeah, I think Sar is hold or left today.
No, I guess he got a call. That's the reason he is on mute.
Okay, okay. Yeah, sure, sure. Thank you so much. Thank you for the update.
No problem.
Just a minute, I'm in a call. Sorry, I'm sorry. I got a call actually. I got a call regarding some requirement of candidates. So you can do one thing. Sorry. Is there any Python developers over here? We had a requirement actually for a company. Is there anyone? Can you just share us if you have any contacts of Python developers who are working, who have some experience or who are already trained in Python development, at least on basics? You can just share their contact to me. Okay. We have a huge requirements going on for a couple of companies. A known person called me just now. Okay. So I will also share you. Don't worry. I'll share you a lot of contacts. I'll share you 100 plus HR contacts later on. But we have an immediate requirement for. I mean, known person. I have a known person. So you can share those contacts. That would be helpful. Okay. We can schedule their interviews and they can get placed, right? So we can help some of them out of it. Okay. So that's what. Understood, right? So it's just like we have to give the reference to them. That's all. Okay. So now there is something called str dot. So there is something called a dot is lower. Is lower. What is lower? Is lower means what? Is anything that is starting with is in Python will only get two output. One is one is true or false. So the only Boolean output will be the case. Okay, what is generally is anything that is starting with is in Python. Is means you're only checking whether it is a lowercase or not. So whether my a is lowercase, a is lowercase but p is capital, right? So if all the characters are in lowercase, then only you will get true. Okay, if at least one character is in uppercase, then you will get false. So you got false. The reason because a is not uppercase, but c is lowercase. C dot e is lower. Okay, c is completely lowercase, right? Then you got true, because what is c? C is Python, which is completely lowercase. Okay, so you got true. Okay, similarly, a dot is upper. Is a is uppercase, whatever you have taken? No, one character is uppercase, but all the characters are not. So when you say upper, all the characters are uppercase or not, it will give. Okay, so you will get again false, because a is not all characters uppercase. So my d is uppercase. So if I say d dot is upper, because d is in uppercase, right? So now I will get here true. Are you getting, everyone? Everyone is getting this? Everyone is getting? Everyone is getting, right? Is upper means only checking whether it is in uppercase or not. Upper means converting into uppercase. Lower means converting to lowercase. Is lower means checking whether it is lowercase or not. Is upper means checking whether it is uppercase or not. Is means only true or false. Okay. So there is something called is alpha. ALPHA. A is any string that you have taken. Alpha means alphabets. Is so it will not check about uppercase or lowercase, rather it will check whether all the characters are alphabets. Yes, p is alphabet, y is alphabet, t is alphabet, h is alphabet, o is alphabet, and n is alphabet. All the characters are alphabet, so my is alpha will be true, because these alphabets are not. Yes, I already said, right? Anything with is called true or false. Only true or false you will get. So is alpha will give you true or false. So here all the characters are alphabets. You can also define a variable like this. See, if I say b equal to, I can say 1 2 3. Here what is 1 2 3? What is 1 2 3? This is also, I'm sorry, equal to, here this is a string, because it is enclosed within double or single quotations, and within the, it's the digits are been sequence of digits are provided. This is also string because it is in double quotes, right? This is also string, but it is a numeric string, because you have numeric character, or it's a number string. Okay, it's a number string. It is not a alphabetical string. It is a number string. It is a digit. Okay, it's generally a digit related string, but it is a string. What is the type of b? What is the type of b? B is also a string data type, because it is in double quotes. Single or double or triple is called as a string. But if I say a dot is alpha here, a dot is alpha, a dot is alpha, you will get false, because it is not an alphabet. There is no alphabet here, so it will not convert into the alphabet, or it is not checking whether it is alphabet. It is, so you will get false. So not a, I'm sorry, b dot is alpha. Okay, because we have taken b, right? So b dot is alpha is false. Are you getting right, everyone? So can I convert to b dot lower? Can I do b dot lower? Is it possible to convert b dot lower? Generally b dot lower should not work. Okay, however it is in case set. See, can I say b dot upper? Generally it should not work. Okay, generally it should not work, but it is not a right way of using that one in this case, because there is nothing like lower or upper for a number. For a number there is nothing like lower or upper. So but you can able to check the validity. You can say whether it is alphabet. A dot is alpha, whether all the characters are alphabets. If yes, then you will get true. But in my case 1 2 3, that is nothing is alphabet, so in this case b dot is alpha is going to be false. Are you clear, everyone? Everyone clear till this point of time? Everyone? Okay, so here a b dot is digit. So what is is digit? Is digit is again a method which will help, which will check whether all the characters or all the number characters are digits or not. 1 is a digit, 2 is a digit, 3 is a digit, right? Digit mean numbers. Okay, yes, B is a digit, so it will give you true. So B dot is digit is true, B dot is alpha is false. In this case, A dot is alpha is true, but A dot is digit is false. So what you understood from this is, if someone has provided you any string and they ask you to check whether it is alphabet or a not alphabet or a digit, you can use A dot is alpha to check whether it is alphabet or not. You can use A dot is digit to check whether it is a digit or not. If the output is true, then you can confirm it is a alphabet. If the output is false, then you can confirm it is not a alphabet. That means there is at least one digit existing in that alphabet and that string. Okay, so these are all inbuilt methods which helps you to understand how to utilize it. So can I say A dot reverse? You got a error. You got a error. You got reverse. You got a error. What is reverse spelling? So reverse will not work for string. Reverse will work for a list. Okay, you can able to reverse it using that. Generally, it is a method for list. What do you say? List method. Okay. So how do you make a reverse of the string? You can directly say double minus one. Okay. This will give you the reverse of the string. So Python is reversed like this. So today we will stop till here. Tomorrow we will try to continue because it will become more if I try to explain you a lot of things. Okay. So are you fine, everyone? The whole notes is already been sent to you. All these things which I have discussed is already sent to you in this one. Okay. Are you clear, everyone? Everyone fine for this?
Yes, sir.
Any doubts for 5 minutes? I'll give you time. Any doubts?
No, no, sir. We are
Anyone? Yeah. If everyone is good, I will just close the thing. If anyone have doubts, they can ask me or they can message me. I will just
Sir,
stay in. Yeah.
sir, this is Vimala. I have a doubt with respect to the previously you explained related to a word getting some filtering the characters kind of, right? So,
Yeah.
yeah. So in that, if I give, if the string is having 6 characters, and if I try to give the end character number as 8 or 10, then what will happen?
That's what I showed, right? See, suppose you have a equal to Python. Okay. You are given some my name, suppose Nikhil. Okay. Not double
Okay.
equal to. Okay. You're given. This is called assignment. Okay. So when I
Yes.
say a of 8, which is not existing, yes or no, you will get a
Yes. Yes.
error. You will get an exception. That exception is string out index out of range because
No.
there is 0,
No, sir.
1.
I'm asking about indexing in between the numbers, like from starting from 2 number to 8 number, like that.
Okay. So you will not get any output. See, you are asking this way, right? The other
Yes.
things will
Yes.
be space. Generally, it is space. Okay.
Okay.
See,
Okay,
you
sir.
got it right. It
Yes.
will take till L, but other things will be it will be stored in the space. I said you that last character will be defaultly provided to space, so other character will be like a space. That means
Okay,
it
sir.
won't be coming here. The data will be stored in that space. Whenever it
Okay,
is
sir.
being utilized, it will use.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys. Then no one has any doubts. Thank you. So every day, last 5 minutes, doubts will be there. Okay. So if you have any doubts, you can ask me at that point of time. If there is no doubts, I'm just closing the class. Fine. So if there are anyone need to pay, please pay, because I cannot share notes for people who are not done the payment. Please do that. And also please get the videos from the Durgasoft online team everyday basis. Okay, if you are not getting, so that's your mistake only. Please try to get them. I already provided you the number, I mean their information. You can please reach out to them. And the class notes will be sent to you. I already sent you the class notes in Python. I mean using the Python notes.txt in the group, WhatsApp group. You can please check it. If you are not got it, you can ask someone to get it. Okay. So I think I have added everyone, and there is no one pending in the group. I have seen like 15 people are there in the group. Okay. Any doubts yet? Any doubts for anyone? Thank you, Gurudev. No one is present. No doubts. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We'll meet tomorrow, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll meet tomorrow at 8 a.m. Please understood, right? 8 a.m. every
Yes,
day
sir.
except Wednesday. So please, again, I am trying to say every day 8 a.m. except on Wednesday 2 p.m. and sometimes on Saturday we'll have class. Generally Saturday is a holiday, okay? But sometimes as per the requirement, we will discuss it prior only. We will discuss and everyone is accepting, then we can have it on Saturdays. Okay, that's the case. Thank you.